Good morning, I'm meteorologist TJ Del Santo. Stormy morning here in southern New England, expecting some heavy windswept rain through the morning hours. Here's what to expect. Winds gusting 50 to 65 miles an hour during the morning, the strongest down near the south coast. We'll show you that in more detail in just a second. Wind damage possible, power outages possible. Already seeing a number of outages across the area. Heavy rainfall, no doubt there, 1 to 3 inches, maybe some isolated higher amounts, especially north and west of Providence. Street flooding, seeing a lot of that already. Some river flooding certainly possible as we go through the daytime today. Even some of the smaller rivers could be overflowing their banks. And coastal flooding expected as well around the time of high tide this morning. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast. Notice the heavy rain working its way through the area. Probably the peak time is around 6 o'clock. And the showers are continuing through 9, maybe 10 o'clock or so, and then the sky should be drying out. However, it will remain fairly gusty through the day. Worst of the winds will be this morning, and then still looking at some strong wind gusts during the afternoon. Taking you into Tuesday, looks to be a lot quieter and dry. Fairly seasonable. So for this morning, looks to be pretty stormy. We've got high wind warnings, flood warnings in effect, temperatures starting out in the 50s, but they're going to be falling through the afternoon back down into the 40s. The morning, rainy, windy, the afternoon dry, but still kind of gusty. For the wind gust forecast this morning, as you can see, the strongest of the winds south and east of Providence, 50, maybe up to 65 miles an hour, especially right along the immediate south coast with those 65-mile-an-hour gusts. North and west of Providence, still pretty strong winds, 40 to 50 miles an hour. As far as the power outage potential this morning, best chance where those stronger wind gusts could be. Moderate chance Providence on off to the south and east, just a slight chance north and west of the city. How much rain are we expecting? Quite a bit. You can see here, heaviest of the rain, where it's already fallen, 3, maybe 3.5 inches, maybe even 4-inch amounts out there across Connecticut. Could be some street flooding in your area. There's been a lot of street flooding reported across the region already. Could even be some flash flooding as we head into the early morning hours. All right, as far as the coastal flooding goes, there's going to be some big waves crashing on our shoreline, especially around the time of high tide. That's when we could be seeing some of the coastal flooding. The flooding at 6:20 a.m., yeah, maybe even some minor flooding. Providence area, Fox Point, 6:20 a.m. That's high tide time. Over in Narragansett, close to 6 o'clock. Newport around 6 o'clock. Westerly high tide around 7:30. New Bedford a little bit past 6 in the morning. And give or take an hour or so on either side of those high tides with the potential for some flooding. For tonight, a lot quieter. Overnight lows down to 28 degrees. Wind still gusting to 15, but obviously a lot lighter than what we're seeing this morning. For tomorrow, we are looking at sunshine mixing with some clouds. A little more seasonable, about 45 degrees. Winds from the west and southwest, 5 to 12 miles an hour. Looking ahead into Wednesday, dry and cool, about 43 degrees. So allow yourself some extra time as you're heading out this morning. Roads are going to be a mess. Could be some fallen trees, wires down, certainly at the minimum some street flooding out there. So use extra caution. If you can delay your travel, do it. Probably the best advice I could give you today. Till about 10 o'clock or so. And then conditions, at least the weather conditions, should begin to improve. We'll have that full 7-day forecast for you coming up all morning long on 12 News this morning right up till 9 a.m.